quickly through mid. Exoseat's already spotting a lot of the action, but they're double pushed up long as well on Heat.
That's going to be a problem. Afro's taking the duels, but he's not taking the kills. It's quick from Entropiq. They find 4, and that's all 4 players who Heat had stationed. They read into that perfectly as well. Player in toilets, 1 in connector, and 2 pushing long. That should be the perfect death grip, but no, not quite. Now Joko's all alone, and he will remain all alone, maybe with the exception of Elian lurking over towards his side. And this round is basically gone. Question is, can he find a kill or 2?
Real awkward. Elian's keeping him busy, and it's down. They're down a man, but these players are low here on the side of Heat. That extra smoke, it's just giving enough space for Exoseats, but they're boosting up on the side of Heat, and they haven't spotted anyone for it. Heaven player as well getting identified. Still this 3-on-3 grinds to a halt. An extra smoke down Heaven does mean that Joko does lose his sightline.
Boost up for Afro. Scout jump not working out, but close range. Crowd left on 7. Doesn't want to continue aggressing. Smoke still giving them some cover, but it's now dissipated. And Body shoots right through it. Mir still standing and fighting back, but he knows Heaven Smoke's going to go down in just about a second or so. And as it does, it's Joko to pick him out. Crowd left on 7 HP. That very same 7, as he's trying to run away, will have to save the AK because he's not getting... Afro won't be able to find anything, but even the peek forward coming through, Crad swings out with the AK saved. Nothing found, but Elian is going to fall.
Yeah, they're just not low. They're not low HP enough here on the CT side to really think much about this. Body is getting flanked up on short. Just as he got there as well, would have secured the side player's kill, but now Crad being dealt with. Mir 1-on-2. They need to get themselves onto this bomb quick because they don't have kits, and they have to identify where Mir is coming from. The constant reposition from Mir, but he misses his shots, flubs his lines, and they get the defuse as well, and there was more than enough time given that he missed that kill.
Joko's holding up for... Oh, what a peek from Forrester. Demolishes him. Joko's down, and now utility is thrown forward. Body's been mollied out of position, forced back to the corner, and he'll be double swung soon, but good for the first. Can he go for more? Low as he is, not a chance. It's Exorcies who'll have to recover, and he's only good for the 1. Lucky, now left all alone, a 1-on-2 while the bomb's being planted, wants to try and isolate this duel, and he takes the opportunity, but doesn't quite make it. Play, but with the bomb all the way back in T-spawn, they're gonna have to end up retreating to get it. That could be an opening for Joko. They quite held before that. Crad almost caught in the reload, but Joko not actually trained on the angle.
Forster's doing up to his usual antics once again, and contacts in, and Exorcist's head plucked right out. Almost headed its way over towards that B side as well, but as soon as they get that kill at the bathrooms, that was Forrester's cue to swing.
Oh, he's gonna keep on going. You've got to be kidding me, Forrester, if he's feeling like this. Then it's going to be a difficult game for Heat.
This is one of the issues. You're talking about the firepower matchups. Forrester can be a bit hit or miss. Usually the games that he performs well, the rest of the team also feels that extra boost. Yeah, Heat are in a bit of a dire position. Saving these weapons would go a long way, that's for sure. But a lot of damage being done. Noise. He didn't quite chase down, but there's no real escape here. Trapped in by Elian's ult.
Middle of it now. Problem is, easy on close range can be really dangerous, even mid-range. Mirror's found out. Question is, do they know Elian's nearby? Exorcist has got 2 more on top of it all. Here comes the French 4 spies, but Forrester, at least he'll continue. Oh my goodness, Elian just gets a jump scare.
Oh my days. It has to be Forrester.
With an ace clutch, no less. And with players coming in behind, Body takes a minute to rock out to some tunes, and
it's all just a bait.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to demolish him. Forrester doesn't check it. Oh, no. Oh, he was thinking about it. He was thinking about it, but now Forrester has a chance. Grenade goes in deep. Molotov right on the other side, and now... with Forrester having a Molotov deployed as well, he actually has a time. Afro's chosen to do something really interesting, though. He's going to go back towards Connector and try and play from there. He will be able to intercept Forrester. The only question is, does Forrester have his knife out? Yes, he does. Beautifully played from Afro. No one exposing themselves yet. They have shifted over to having a player playing Pillar, though. Forrester has really put the fear of the swing into them. Crad, interception. Joko eliminated, but a second player coming around the corner soon. Body will find him, but is it too late?
These are nice and nerdy kills here from Entropiq. Even spotting Body on the rotate from Con, so should understand that there's somebody over at B. Very hard to nail him down to a cross, though. At the moment, Mir's trying to close in on that gap, and they deal with the Con player. Lucky being dinked down, overwhelmed. Just too many.
Joko's pushing out again. This is paid off for them in the Deagle rounds. Is it going to be the same here? It's a 1-for-1, but Afro is nearby as well in case he's given a chance to pick up another.
Oh god, a little awkward there for Forrester. Didn't land the immediate headshot, but now Molotov trying to flush him out. Already moved himself to the high ground, but two players aggressing there from HEET does at least whittle down those numbers back into an advantage here for the CTs.
Oh, Afro wasn't able to find the kill initially, and he misses the shot immediately after. Nickelback trades out. Body's presence is the only thing that can stop this from being a 2v1 on the bomb site, and there you have it. Swings out early enough, and Crad is eliminated. Nickelback now in a 1-on-2 does have the bomb, but a lot of time to work with, and he'll be hard scoping forward. That'll be Body's chance to come through from this side. Nickelback doesn't even try for the hard scope. Misses out. Oh, Joko's caught out. They've gone for this exact play with Joko pushing forward with the flash so many times that Entropiq was set up for it earlier. They'd almost gone back. He'd almost finds the timing. But just as the flash pops, Mir knows it's time to go back and peek in and get the duel. No.
20 seconds. There's a smoke and a molly over at short, so players can't actually make their way into that bomb site. That's what Entropiq were hoping for. They wanted Alien to just be a little later with that AWP, but now they have to reroute through Monster instead, and that's where short has been occupied by Exorcies.
Such a good position to be in. Exorcise has been a crucial man. He's got one, follows up for a bit of delay, and they don't have time to plant the bomb. Entropiq has given up the round already, despite looking to be... Oh, Joko's been found out, brought down. That opens up an entire avenue. Banana has no one protecting it whatsoever, and Crad now found but not killed. He peeks out, almost finding the frag, and it's Forrester to follow up. He's going for more, but he's dropped the control on the outside of Monster. In the meanwhile, Afro, good for the frag, and the bomb is nowhere to be seen for Entropiq.
That's miles away. Afro even getting the second kill as well. Alien, a 1-on-3. I feel like we've seen many of these. 1vx's for Alien have been a dime a dozen here on this T side, and that's just all part and parcel with how Entropiq kept been playing. Entropiq get their hands on the pistol. Both CT sides winning their respective pistols.
Oh, good flashes.
Or actually, no, Entropiq winning both their pistols, sorry.
Yes. Good flashes, and Mir does end up finding the kills, but quickly traded out. Won't really matter because you've still got more MP9 kills coming through. So spread the money, spread the love, and spread the bodies of HEET across the map.
Yeah, grab some guns as well while you're at it. There is an AK in Lucky's hands as well, so an upgrade would certainly go a long way for Entropiq. As a bonus.
Afro's keeping an eye out. Flashbang over there. Won't be catching Afro, so suddenly back to a 2-on-3. Lucky. If he can quickly open up the bomb site, you never know what's coming on your way, but that is going to be putting a bit of his spanner in the works. Nickelback drops down and finishes things. He's attacking a little bit more heavily towards his A site with Forrester in the position that he is.
Oh, that's a real punish. There's Exorcies getting the kill on Mir. But the secondary player playing around this smoke, they're not actually peeking into it here on the side of HEET. They throw the molly into the site, but Alien tried to reposition, tried to get the low ground angle, and just can't accomplish anything. Nade on site will land, but won't do enough damage to stop it. Entropiq, no way into this round. A 4-on-2, some misses there from Exorcies, but no real...
Oh dear. Okay.
Real chance. 7 HP, all that remained on Lucky, but Lucky number 7, still alive.
Oh no, come on guys, really?
Come on, one more time.
Alien just caught out. Joko decapitates him. That op can be chucked away to the bin. 3 players on that B-bomb site will be trying to swarm Lucky and find that M4. That can at least be recovered.
Yeah, it's a minimum, but it's not been ideal. You consider about the players that we expect to have these strong performances. Nickelback is, I think, usually a pretty consistent performer. Same with Crad. Forrester, I think, is the more iffy sort of... He's just hovering Con as well, going down the Con ladder. He'd ready to explode out.
And that's going to be the call being made right now. Smoking up bridge. Forrester does find one. Crad doubles up over there as well, waiting for the monster push to come through. Knows it's inevitable, and he's caught them with their pants down. Afro all alone. A 1-on-3 to start things off. The first is a freebie. The next 2... maybe a little bit less so, and that gap in the...
Just try and guard it.
Keep in mind that Lucky can't actually go back for the only people who can get this are Exorcies and Afro. if Lucky tries to go back, then Krat's going to be in a great position to try and find them out. Now Ecstasy is pushing forward, will be found out as well. Mir is somehow doing everything. 3 kills. Starting off while being on fire, ends up being on fire.
These players grouping out Monster as well. Here's the double step, so Elian has to make his way over quickly. Krat, the only one that can stop them.
He's in a perfect position to do it, though. Gets the first one for free. Backs off immediately. Waits for his player to peek out with him. Afro! Thought for a second he's going to get the spray from the T-side of just having a noose around their neck. Tighten and tighten. Afro pushes through. Forrester's found him as well. Nothing at all that he can do about it. Right back to a 5-on-3 in CT. Sure, they might not have utility, but this kind of man advantage isn't one that's easy to let slip.
Little double peek, but Krad went in for the trade, but Joko tagged down. Elian's ult is here. Heard the scope as well, so I think just very hesitant to pursue that. Needs Body to come in the company.
Oh, Body even tries to duck underneath, but not quite able to get away from the hole in the wall. Joko all alone. An 8-slush necessary to keep his team alive, and something tells me he might not be getting it. A knife out and Nickelback to discover him.
Comes out first.
Body's gone so aggro initially, but the flashbang is good. Not good enough for him to get too many shots on him. Forrester, the only one to find one. In the meanwhile, Mir gets another, and it's Mir who has to continue defending from the stairs, actually having pushed forward earlier. Nice flick to adjust, and the bomb hasn't been recovered.
And ISO these fights, but very difficult. Entropiq can just group themselves up as well, wait for this player that rotates away from the A bomb site, and Elian. All about buying time and keeping these Heat players in check, make sure they don't have access to CT spawn as well. Mir will isolate a head, and all of a sudden it's just Afro trapped the generator, still not able to get his hands on that bomb just yet, but finds Mir eventually, but oh, true.
Yeah. Elian, quick peek out, and the flashbang goes good. Lucky is dinked down to almost nothingness. Mir did have a nice little 5 HP round earlier on. Can he do the same? Ecstasies is making it so he doesn't have to. Bomb can be planted, and you're back to a 3-on-3. Lucky's been found.
So much damage being done. Yeah, actually, can't escape. Joko, all that remains, and one player being plucked out, just jumping up to on top of that super box. But these two players know exactly where Joko is. They don't have a Molotov to flush him out, though.
What? That's massive! Joko! That's a round of his life! He was here with his grenade. Knight on the Nickelback does bring him a little bit lower, but sets up for Mir to quickly swing out. Doesn't notice the player boosted up. Instead, it's Lucky found out after trying to spam through Ecstasies. Yes, please. Getting some snappy shots here so far, and a double to follow up as well. Just pushes through his own smoke, tries and uses it for the very narrow column. It's all about these individual plays. The question is, can Mir pull off one of his own, go for the quad to close out the round?
Yeah, 2 rounds over where Entropiq feel like they might have experienced some spacing issues, so Mir can somehow dig this one out of the hole. That would be a really great treat here for Entropiq, but Afro does find the timing, finds Mir in the sideline, and gets shot on the side. Very sharp at finding the access needed to get their hands on those two.
Lucky dodges out that Molotov. Perfect timing for him. Krat as well will actually be retreating back into the smoke, trying to play off of it. Afro nearby, and the one way that he has made for himself will lead to a 5-on-2 now being found. Heat, these multi-kills that you're mentioning, Michael, better start coming up soon.
It doesn't look likely in a round like this, unfortunately.
Well, Nickelback's going to be swinging around. Exorcise has started off, and with another kill found, it is a multi. Differentiate between him and Elian. Elian's turning around as well. Forster doesn't realize it, but there's a jumping spot from Lucky Elian to cover off the assault and stop the B bomb site from being occupied immediately by the terrorist side. But you still have to be careful if you're Nickelback, because he is being walked right into. Cannot pull his knife out, and he isn't going to. Seemed like that was the only way they're going to lose it, but Joko's been solid.
Hell of a shot there from Joko, and once again his hands on that AWP, but that will be his undoing. Once again, the weapons being dropped there, a little too tantalizing for a couple of these Heat players. It results in an easy frag. This one a little bit worse than the other, just because it had to be.
To counter out, and with the push, you see the exact same thing happen again.
what they came for, but giving up ramp for free is never a healthy prospect here for Entropiq. Alien's ult does strike over at B. They're trying to make some progress and some headway here on the Heat, but now that these smokes are down, rotates are coming in pretty quickly here for Entropiq. They still have all that ramp control over at A as well, so they can sit pretty, but look how close Lucky has got.
Oh, Lucky's going to be found out with a Molotov in his hand. Alien now swings forward. They will not let them plant the bomb. Alien keeps fighting. Great risk comes great reward.
They can do. Thing is, middle hasn't really been a problem area for Entropiq. We saw just how prepared Mirror was for the boosted fight.
Oh,
push down B.
This could be very rough. They're expecting him. Joko clears it out. Forza loves to play that angle. And if you've done your homework, you're going to know that. Mirror now has to defend all on his own. He's been really good in a few of these circumstances, but with Joko slapping him on the side, not a chance. CTs are being unraveled as we speak. Let's not forget their economy was pretty hale and hearty before. Now no longer so. Nickelback right now with the MP9 could be a crucial man, because Afro's about to take the peek right into him, and Nickelback comes out on top with Crad having won his duel as well. A big advantage for Entropiq.
They lost Alien so early on into this round as well. Really surprised that Heat decided to push the issue, but still going 1-for-1 as well in the follow-up duel. Nickelback does get his hands onto a rifle for his efforts. Two players still grouped up here for Heat. It's the two most experienced players as well. It's about their G2 stints. Forrester, does he get cleared?
Oh, he should be, but with so little time left, you can't even go for the quick wide swing player either. You're just so worried, and Forrester is going to make quick work
over at A, because those B players, they're notorious for getting aggressive.
Big kill for Afro to find. Alien has now gone for 4 rounds in a row without being able to find a single frag, and it is getting worse and worse. A position of... Ooh, almost finding it. A position where they should have the advantage. They're set up for success, but they're just losing player after player. Joko is the Grim Reaper right now. The one disadvantage is that they don't have any smoke, so they can't really cut off Mir in this position. Mir will have the chance to try and find these players, can catch them off, but the double peek into the angle is good enough. Ecstasy is left with 4 HP. Oh, what a double swing.
Yeah, Afro trying so hard to just deal with the one player that he knew was there, but Forrester over at B, the flash did nothing. Landed round the wrong side of the generators. It was made for the default position instead, so a man advantage for Entropiq.
Forrester's gonna be low, but it's through the box, and Mir has got a gap in the smoke. He just plays off of it and backs off. Now it's 3-on-1. Almost no risk of this round being lost. Ecstasy picking up the AWP might make it even more difficult for him. Trying to get the wall bangs out, but no one to show themselves off. 15 seconds, and they know that the bomb cannot be recovered and planted in time. There just isn't that chance, and with the T-side economy being low as well, Ecstasy's got a choice to make, and Alan's just waiting for the peaks to come through. He's finally able to find a quick kill, but trades are fast. The problems that Heat were having, they have been remedied, and as fast as the trade was, that's the speed they'll be taking to the A-bomb site. Forrester not letting them get onto B, and Krad is cutting off their rotational axis as well. Still, B side opened up, and with a smoke down, Nickelback peeks in from behind, spots out the player before the cross comes in, and it's all down to Afro. Laying in wait inside the smoke. If he can find the timing, that would... Oh, no! Afro! Maybe Lucky can still help put up a show. Joko's going to be caught out and almost brought down. So much damage already to the CT side. Lucky's gone by, neglected, but trade is good. Problem is Body's kill has still made it difficult, even more so when you've got Ecstasy's finding even more.
Another one of these situations where these Heat players are so damn low, but at least one on the side of Entropiq is in a similar boat, while pulling the resources there in time. At the moment, they're still a bit static here on the side of Heat. Not sure if they're committing all the way to this B-side plant, but now that they hear the dialing of the digits, they'd call in for that flank from Afro as well.
They are very low, and with Kran having this flashbang, he can set up for a quick push from Nickelback as well. Question is, what is the call going to be? Afro's still so far away, man. Nickelback. That smoke's going to be fading soon. Afro, by the time he makes it here, Krad is going to be in a position to take the duel, but Krad falls with this. It's all on Nickelback. Here's the first person dropping. Won't be able to isolate the duel. Fancy radar redo.
They don't get the multi-layered one, so yeah, I think just trying to get an idea of where his players were situated, but has opened up an opportunity here for Entropiq to at least secure themselves a plant. 2-on-4 on the retake isn't exactly the easiest, especially if Alien can pick them off one by one, even going to the low ground. Alien's found 2 in an instant.
With a flashbang to the retreat as well, Alien knows he cannot reveal himself in this position, but he's unable to notice Forrester moving back as well. Molotov in, Alien still fighting, even gets a tag and retreats back without dying. Alien's doing it all on his own. Afro now in a one-on-one opportunity given, but might be stolen right back. Forrester turns! He even turned from the fake flash. Really does remind you, even if he's having a slightly drier series than normal. 18 and 12, that's drier than normal, oh my goodness. But
they can really heat up at a moment's notice.
Oh, good grenade. Flashbang as well. This AWP is not going to be able to retreat at all. Needs to find the kill. Afro's good for the first, and he's got cover, but doesn't need it. Just wants to aggress through. It's all down to saving weapons, and they have...
So it doesn't have to be him all by himself. They set up a boost as well. Flash in far too deep, but Mir gets the double anyway. And it has to be Exorcist to deliver. 1 HP.
Oh, no.
One more bullet, all that's needed. And Krad doesn't have the time to get his hands on this bomb and retreat or take the fight either. Might have just dialed in these digits in the nick of time.
Oh,
and now Exorcist left in the clutch. He has to deliver on this site.
Exorcist thought that there wasn't time, so he ends up retreating as well. There is no utility available to him. Nothing he can do but just to defuse. If the grenade finds him, yeah, that's not going to work either. Takes out the defuse once. Krad, oh, flashbang overhead as well. Krad's played this perfectly.
Calling his bluff.
He has just completely outplayed him. Krad wins out the round, wins out the game, wins out the series. They will proceed through within the lower bracket, and that is the elimination.